Hello, this is Gormliss On The Road. That's right, it's Gormliss On The Road. And that cunt was gunning for me, I'm not kidding. That one, I'll try it again. It was a fucking cop car. That was a fucking cop car. Oh, I can't believe I did that.
What were you doing?
I thought it was a taxi. I was going to walk in front of it for a laugh for Gormliss. Like, I thought it was a taxi. It was a fucking police car. Oh, shit.
Okay, first question. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Right. Where are you, and what are the vibes like?
Say it again. The second bit mainly.
Where are you, and what are the vibes like?
I'm in the office.
Mm-hmm.
By the window.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't understand the second bit, to be quite honest.
Vibes. What's the ambience?
Ambulance?
How do you feel?
Alright. How are you? I haven't got the hang of this, have I?
Don't worry, we'll pick it up.
I'm okay. I'm alright.
What was the last thing you ate?
I had a chop suey last night. That's the last thing I had.
Nothing all day today?
No, because I left my wallet in the house, and then I left my door key in the car, and then I left my car keys in my jacket, and I left my jacket in the toilet, and I locked the toilet door from the inside, and then I had to climb over the top. So I haven't had nothing yet. Till they come in at 6. The cleaners, they might be able to help me out. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. So if you don't mind.
Okay, favourite political figure?
Oh, I don't bother with politics much anymore since they sent me to cover John Smith's death. Mm-hmm. And I took a wrong turning. And I ended up at an Osmonds Revival concert, and I wrote about that and sent it to The Guardian.
Yeah.
And as a result, my political intrigue isn't as strong as my...
Deep love for the Osmonds.
Not anymore.
Okay, what TV shows do you try not to miss?
I never miss the Tom O'Gormliss interview. I can't miss that, because I get the sack apparently if I miss it again. Because they flew Neil Diamond in specially. And apparently he had to fly all the way back again. So I try not to miss the Tom O'Gormliss interview, whatever happens anymore. They say if it happens one more time, that's it. I'm on GMTV, doing the videos.
Anything else other than your own...
I watch the competition, see? I've got to keep up with the competition, you know. I watch other interviewers to see their style. So I watch Wogan, Clive Anderson and Jonathan Ross.
Okay, well, this isn't actually on the list of questions, but I'm quite interested myself. I mean, which of your contemporary interviewers do you admire?
Well, I know what you mean. Well, I've got a lot of respect for that, oh God. Who's the one who used to be a Ponce, but he's dead now?
Oh, I think that would be Russell Harvey.
Yeah, I had a lot of respect for him, because he didn't never... See what it is, George? Is I never in my game, you can never afford to, as an interviewer, to put words into their mouths.
No.
Or to badger them. That's the
that's
last thing.
fair enough.
You've got to make them feel at home, and Russell did that. Now that's where I think Jonathan Ross goes wrong, see? And that Clive Anderson, because of the smart-ass factor.
I'm with you. And,
and
Wogan?
Wogan is, to me, God.
Ah.
No, not God. What's the other word? You know.
The devil?
No, sounds a bit like God.
Rod.
Something like that. Well, he's one of them, anyway.
He's a rod.
Well, not necessarily, but he's something that I can't come to grips with very easily. I met him once, in BBC Canteen.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I was there talking to my producer, Phil, and he came up to me, he said, may I congratulate you on a wonderful first show. This is when I did the first one with Norris McWorkin all those years ago. And, well, it was last year, I think.
Can you talk about that bit? Because I understand there's a bit of a problem afterwards.
Yeah, I don't want to... Well, put it this way, I'd only just started and I didn't understand fully the concept. They said, don't let him go without asking the questions you want to ask. So I didn't let him go. But he went then in the taxi, so I thought the best thing to do is go as well. He wouldn't let me in his house, so I stood in the garden all night. And when he came out to water his prunes the next day, I was still there and he got really upset.
Fine.
That's all it was. This is what I want to say about the sort of films that Channel 4 are putting on in a general way. One of them... No, I know what you're saying, that if I describe one of them, that's as much as good as if I didn't describe any and just sat in my room all day next to that radiator hoping that it would come on when Mrs. Grisham came home. No, I'm not going to do that, but I will describe one of the films, because by one I'll give you the flavour, the kind of roast taste of it all. Right, now, Czechoslovakian woman was on in one bed, Czechoslovakian different woman, blonder, in the other bed. I was in my own bed, not in a film. And So no, what I was in bed, because sometimes you have to pull the blankets up nice and warm, otherwise, well, it's a superstition of mine, but the ghosties and ghoulies nip and nap at your nips in the night. And when it was on, first of all, the one said, it was in subtitles, don't forget, and I had to get my spectacles on to give it a proper reading. I didn't have them, I had my dad's spectacles on instead, and as a result, it was far too headache-inducing. That's what I said. That's right. So she said, anyway, that one of the two checkers the vacuum room in, how about we try and go to see Beranek today? Which was, a little bit misleading, because they didn't. They went and were wondering whether they existed or not because of the proof of the turnips, was what she said. Now, that lasted for 2 3/4 hours, a time which I could have well spent more accurately by getting all them postcards that I bought in the market the other day, featuring the steam engines of yore. Which fill us with, proud and all that because of the heritage, and putting them in the arrangement that I prefer my postcards to be in. But I never. 2 3/4 hours watching them saying they were going to see Beranek, but instead they said they wouldn't go and exist. So that's the type of films. But there's another type, and it's much, much, much more worse, because in it, the woman... How can I even begin to describe... Well, she gets it's kind of all the clothes come off and everything. Now, that's not bad in itself, except that always before it, instead of the man saying, and now there's a very saucy film coming on, in which it's a bit like that one with Howell Bennett in it, where he had a new Percy. It's like that. And he's a bit saucy, one of those British sex comedies of the early 50s, which involved Ronnie Corbett as a very mannequin of a bloke. Instead of that, they don't say that. They say it's an investigation into loss and memory and what it means to be committed. And instead of that, it's with, saucy romps, like with his new Percy and all that. Do you remember Britannia Hospital? I think they should have that on all the time. And now, I don't mean all the time, obviously, continuously, back to back. All I mean is there must be, listen to me, as well as the film itself, because this is the way it works. Am I stupid? I'm not. That when you make a film, lots of it doesn't ever get used. Hundreds of it. Most of it. What it is, a film is like an iceberg. You see the little... Well, I like to think of it as the winkle on top. And what you never see, and you never bloody will see, is all the importance. And I want to see the importance of Britannia Hospital. And is that much to ask? No. But instead I get, Beranek, we don't exist with the turnips. Either that, or I get, look at my lovely saucy bosoms while we're thinking about remembrance and loss. Britannia Hospital. And the only time I ever came close to it was the first time Dennis Norton came on television to say that it was important that we discovered why everything went wrong. I don't know what it was about, but he had a big long spiel. He'd take me in, to be honest. I think he's serious, then the laughter happens. I don't know. That happens with a lot of people. And he came on and he said, this next batch of funnies, which I found unremarkable... The next batch of funnies features the long-awaited Britannia Hospital, and I waited it, and I ran downstairs, I was screaming, I was going, Mrs. Grisham, can you get your own video working? Mine's, not only isn't it Betamax, not only isn't it VHS, it isn't bloody video. It's, some kind of example of what I get when I bloody try, and that's that, I don't try anymore. So she taped it, but she didn't get it. Instead, there were the bloody yogs, and that's just bloody stupid. And that's bloody daft. They wouldn't do that in any country, not in any civilised bloody country. They probably do it in yorkshire. And so I didn't get the how can I put it, the importance of Britannia Hospital, and I would like to. That's all I ask.
What are your virtues?
I think I'm persistent. I'm hang on a minute, can you stop? Do you mind just a minute? Because this could be my chance. Ryo! Have you got the keys to the toilet? Alright. I bring our stuff down in the morning, alright? Sorry, Georgie.
Not at all.
It's just that I've had a bit of a, leakage on. Okay,
first record you ever heard?
I think the first record I ever heard was probably, it's the one of... If you want my love. You know that one?
Georgie Fame?
Something by Georgie Fame was the first record I ever heard. Because I don't know if you know, but I grew up in Wales, and in Wales, unless you're Georgie Fame, or someone who believes in Georgie Fame, then your life's going to be a bit harder. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Yeah.
So therefore, that'll do me.
What sports are you good at?
I'm very good at the pentathlon.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. What is it I'm good at? Shuttles. Shuttlecocks I'm good at. That game of the
Shuttlecocks. Okay, alright.
Because I play that every week with my brother.
Oh, you have a brother?
Well, a brother-in-law, to be honest.
You have a
my
brother-in-law?
sister, yeah. We go and play shuttlecocks every week.
Do you get on well with him?
Me and him are good friends. He's the one that got me on the road to what I'm doing today.
Alright.
He said to me, get out of the fucking house. To be honest, no, that's what you need sometimes, isn't it?
You need to kick up the arse sometimes, yeah.
But he didn't kick me up the arse. He just told me to get on the road.